I am going to introduce myself. My name is Jennifer Burns, and I was asked to come here to talk about whatever, really. I've been trying to figure it all out. An interpreter emailed me often, said, "What's your outline?" I told him, I don't know what to talk about, I don't know what to do. So, last night I was discussing with my husband, and he's like, "Come on, just tell me your topic, what are you talking about?" And the husband's like, "We'll talk about it right now." So I pulled up the calendar, and I thought, yeah, let's talk about Outlook, how I organize my life. I said, yeah, that's a great idea. Why not discuss that? So I said, yeah, you know what? I am going to go ahead and talk about how organized I am, and that I use Outlook for that. My personality is very organized. I like to plan things out. And, I can be blunt. Most people think that it's a part of deaf culture, but I disagree. It's important to know how to say things nicely. My mom taught me, she forced me to learn that you need to be blunt, but you need to be nice at the same time. So, I am blunt, I'm neurotic, things must be on a schedule, and if things are not, it's all messed up. The reason why I work on my Outlook last night, I finished my work, and I got my laptop, and there was one for school. I have one Outlook for school and one for work. So I have 2 different accounts. So the first time I streamed it, there was a problem. I didn't have my work laptop, so I was like, crap, what do I do? It's gone. It means my life, my whole brain, I have no idea what's going on. What do I do? So I ran to the store and I bought a new laptop. And I installed Outlook onto it. And I worked trying to install everything on it. Well, you gotta understand that I'm a very specific person. I need to have everything ready. If it's not, I'm surprised I actually don't include my bathroom time in there. So anyway, I want to explain how to use it. Now first, I feel very strongly about Outlook because I'm stressed if I'm not organized. I can't remember everything. If people tell me things and I don't put it down, I will forget it down. So I have to write things down. So I'm able to put everything in. I can't memorize things, so I can put it in my Outlook calendar. And if I put it in, then I'm confident and I know that my life is organized and that I have a plan and a system to it. But, if people just give me some information, I'll figure it out later. And that way I'm not having to stress out about it at that time. So I use Outlook. There's about 4 different categories. I haven't really used haven't figured out the 5th one quite yet. So the first category is networking. I have all the contact information. Most people probably include an email and their phone number, maybe their address, but I include everything: their birthday, their anniversary, how many kids they have, anything I know about that person, I will include there. Maybe even their social security number, maybe their age. You never know when you're gonna need it. So, it's really important to have things categorized with names. So I have a lot of different categories, and colors are very important to me. I love colors, and they have to have a system to it. That way it's easy to know, that's green, that's related to my family, and blue, that's my husband's family, and yellow, that's my church responsibilities, and orange is my school responsibilities, and so on and so forth. My payments are in red, and they blink at me, so I know I have to get it done. So all that information is really important. So that's less work for me, the contacting, the network. Then there's also tasks. So before I want to talk about memo. Memo is really important because if you go to, a long-term, it's important to have long-term and short-term memos. I feel that Stephen, he is just a champion. His name is Stephen Cavey. I'm going to actually write it down. Oh, Stephen Covey. So do you know him? He wrote a book. His book is amazing. And it lists a bunch of different things, and I've included a lot of his advice into my life. You know, it's important to put down long-term goals and divide that out to current goals. So the memo, for example, when I'm finished with school, I haven't gotten my bachelor's yet. I've always wanted to do it, but I have better things to do other than school, so it's time to focus on school and finish it. So that is on my top goal, is to finish school. And all the things below that are all the classes that I'm taking, such as when I will take it, who my teacher's name is, those kinds of things. So then I will branch off from that, and I'll put down all of the work, all the homework assignments that are due. So it is very specific, but it's nice. So when I'm done with the memo, then I will put that in and put it into my tasks and copy and paste it. And I love having it checked, so if you check it, it'll go away. And I think that's such a creative computer program. I thought it's so cool just to be able to see it disappear, and I'm finished. So I will move everything, all of my memos, to the tasks. You know, my average day, I've got maybe 50 things to do. My friends look at that, they're like, that's overwhelming. How do you handle it all? But really, it's nothing. For example, you know, vacuum the living room, vacuum the bedroom, vacuum the hallway, clean up the kitchen, those kinds of things. I mean, they're really specific. They're not big. They'll only take a couple minutes, but I think it's great to be able to cross that off and achieve that. And my husband looks at me and is like, okay, you are silly. Why do you have so many things on your list? But I told him I can't memorize everything. I can't remember everything I need to do, so I have a different way that works with me, or works for me. So once I get all my tasks figured out and make a list, my favorite thing is the calendar. Now, normally, before I was working, I would list out everything, but now I don't have enough things to do during the day, so I want to be busy throughout the week. And again, I really, really love the colors. I think colors, a coloring system is very important with that. So for example, my day tends to look like this. I already know when to wake up, so I don't need to add that into the calendar. You know, do personal things like get ready for work. And there's different business things that related to the computer. It's important that I always sync my computer with my phone. So it'll remind me over and over every 15 minutes that I have to do something. Time to change something, and I'll know that because my phone will let me know. I like to know that everything's there and not only on the computer. I like to put it on my phone as well. So, you know, I check my email. And of course, that's deaf culture. I have to check every email. Every time it pops up, I decided to stop doing that. Because my boss, I felt like I was always on my phone. My phone was always ringing. And so sometimes they're like, oh, maybe I won't show up to practice, or an hour later, I'll show up to practice. So my phone would always be going off, and they got sick of it. And of course I wouldn't respond to every email, but so I set up a specific time in the morning to answer my emails. So I also set up a traveling time. I live in Magna. It's pretty far away. So it's about 20 to 30 minutes away, and I need time to commute. So I need to set up a time to commute from here to here to Salt Lake, so for Magna to Salt Lake City. And I put that in my calendar. And also I have other things that I need to do, such as, you know, come here from this time. Another thing about me is I absolutely hate being late. I refuse to be late. So that's why I have everything set to a reminder to remind me, hey, in 30 minutes you need to do this. And it also depends on what kind of appointment it is as well. So around nighttime, I have a personal sorry, she's teasing me. Alright, so the calendar, I've finished explaining all that. I print everything out and I give it to my husband. So he knows exactly what I'm doing when. So he's not messaging me and saying, "Where are you?" "I'm working." "Oh, okay, yeah, I'll go home now." Alright. So that way he can just look at the calendar and know what I'm doing, and he doesn't need to keep bothering me. And the other, it's kind of another type of deaf culture thing is always, "Where are you? Where are you?" So I printed it out in a beautiful, colorful calendar and gave it to him. And that way you're not messaging me he wasn't messaging me during work. So when the calendar is done, everything looks great on Outlook. And understand that I don't need to go to therapy. I am able to achieve my day. Because it just relieves my stress knowing that I have everything planned out. The basketball coach, and if there's a problem and the girls are sick, then, I can put in a specific time for that, for basketball. And I'm a bad cook. If I mess up, I don't have food, or if I forgot to go shopping or something, I have a reminder. That has happened. I can put that into my calendar. The worst thing to do is, if I forget something, I can open it up, that appointment, and it'll list everything about that. Who the people I need to talk to, who will help me solve the problem, and I can close it, and I'm finished. And then later, I can open it up again and see the other things I need to take care of at that time. So really, there's no stress. I'm not having to try to remember all this. It's already planned out for me. And one of the things that I have learned, and I need to emphasize this a lot, always, if you don't have Outlook, can't receive messages, it's not very good. I work for a video phone center. I'm kind of the secretary there, but I do a lot of things with the calendar, and they never sync with it. So it would be 3 in the morning, and I'm like, "So what are you doing tomorrow morning?" "Look at your message." "Oh, I forgot that you had it synced." So I often have to do that and explain to them, and then that way I can show up to work feeling fine, and they already know what I'm doing. So I strongly suggest that you run to the nearest office store and go and purchase Outlook. I'm serious. It will make your life so much easier. Thank you so much for your time.